I'm JayStation. In January 2020, YouTuber I'm JayStation pulled one of the worst stunts in YouTube history, faking his girlfriend's death for clout. He told the world that Alexia Morano had been killed by a drunk driver. Then he milked the tragedy with monetized videos, crying over her death, visiting a fake memorial, and even using a Ouija board to talk to her spirit. The whole thing? A hoax to boost their joint channel. A few days later, he admitted she was alive the whole time. But that wasn't even the worst part. Morano came forward saying Jay was abusive, controlling, and even monitored her phone while she slept. Then, karma hit hard. Jay got arrested for assault. YouTube permanently banned him and his career got completely wiped out. Turns out, faking a tragedy isn't the best way to stay relevant. Alex Day and Tom Milum. In 2014, Alex Day and Tom Milum, two musicians who posted videos on YouTube, were caught in a massive scandal. First, Alex Day was accused by multiple women of manipulation and coercion, saying he pressured them into things they weren't comfortable with. His defense? He thought only no means no and apparently never considered that someone might feel forced to say yes. Soon after, Tom got accused himself of emotional and sexual abuse by his ex-girlfriend, Olga, saying he groomed her when she was 14 and he was 21, which he never denied. The fallout was instant. Their label dropped them. Fellow YouTubers who once called them friends publicly condemned them. Years later, Alex Day tried crawling back to YouTube. It didn't work. Every time he posted, people reminded him exactly why he disappeared in the first place. As for Tom Milum, he vanished. No response, no comeback attempt. Just gone. James Charles. In 2019, James Charles was in a massive controversy when he promoted the wrong vitamin, because James had promoted Sugar Bear Hair, a direct competitor to his mentor's Tate Westbrook's brand, Halo Beauty, and she did not take it lightly. She dropped a 43-minute video called Bye Sister, where she didn't just call him disloyal, she accused him of using his fame to manipulate straight men. James tried apologizing. It didn't work. He lost millions of subscribers overnight. People were smashing his makeup palettes. Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson jumped in, pouring gas on the fire. For a second, it looked like his entire career was going up in flames. Almost literally. But then, James hit back. He dropped no more lies, exposing holes in Tate's story. Just like that, people started switching sides. Tate deleted her video, Jeffree and Shane suddenly had nothing to say. And James? He walked away bruised, but still standing. Then, in 2021, everything changed. Multiple underage boys accused him of sending inappropriate messages. And this time, it wasn't about vitamins. James admitted to messaging minors, but claimed he didn't know their real ages. YouTube demonetized him, brands dropped him, and whatever was left of his reputation took another massive hit. Jack Films and Sniperwolf had been feuding for years. He called her out for lazy reaction videos, and also not providing any credit to the original videos. Sniperwolf ultimately ignored him until in October 2024, when things escalated. Sniperwolf allegedly drove to Jack's house and posted his home on Instagram. She deleted it, but he had already called her out, saying it was creepy and dangerous. Her excuse was that it was already on Google, but then Jack's Films dropped the video proof that she had actually driven to his house. The internet exploded. Fans, creators, and even news outlets slammed her for doxing. YouTube stepped in, temporarily demonetizing her channel, but that wasn't enough for some. People demanded a full ban, which never ended up happening. Onision. Between 2019 and 2020, multiple people came forward saying he and his spouse Kai manipulated and groomed underage fans. One of them, Sarah, said Onision took her in as a teenager under a guardianship arrangement, then pressured her into sex the moment she turned 18. Onision, in classic Onision fashion, denied everything until he didn't. He attempted to sleeping with Sarah but claimed she pressured him. Then Chris Hansen got involved. That's right. The To Catch a Predator guy showed up at Onision's house. Instead of answering questions, Onision called the cops. Then came the public meltdown. Bizarre videos where he screamed, cried, and tried to play the victim card, not exactly helping his case. YouTube eventually demonetized him. Patreon banned him after he doxed Sarah. And in 2025, he got hit with a federal lawsuit. David Dobrik. It all started in 2021 when serious accusations hit his crew. First, Duarte Dom, one of the squad's former members, was accused of raping a woman in 2018. She said she was too drunk to consent and that she was given alcohol despite being underage. Then came Jeff Wittick's accident. In 2020, Dobrik thought it'd be a great idea to swing Jeff around on an excavator because, content. Jeff slammed face first into the machine, breaking his skull and nearly losing an eye. The fallout was brutal. DoorDash, EA Sports, and HelloFresh all cut ties. YouTube demonetized him. He even had to step down from Dispo, a photo app he co-founded. His empire collapsed overnight. Dobrik stayed quiet for a while, then came back to YouTube like nothing happened. PewDiePie. In 2016, PewDiePie found himself in some real trouble. It was after the Wall Street Journal pointed out that in one of his videos, he had paid a bunch of guys to hold up a sign that said, "Death to all Jews," just to see if they would do it, which they did. PewDiePie said it was just a joke, but a lot of people didn't think it was funny. YouTube canceled his show. and he lost a big ad deal that cost him millions of dollars. He apologized, saying he never meant to spread hate, but also blamed the media for twisting things by noting that his intentions were never to offend anyone, but to merely make a joke. After this controversy, a year later, PewDiePie was in another one. In 2017, while live streaming the game PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or otherwise known as PUBG, he got frustrated and blurted out the N-word. He immediately realized he had messed up, but the damage was done. Game developers slammed him on Twitter, with some, like Firewatch creator Sean Vanaman, even pushing to have his videos taken down from YouTube. Fast forward to 2018, he gave a shout out to a YouTube channel named ER, otherwise known as E:R, who used anti-Semitic, sexist, homophobic, and cruel language in his videos. People called him out for not vetting the channel before promoting it, dragging him into yet another wave of backlash. MrBeast. 2024 through 2025, trouble hit for MrBeast. It started with Beast Games, his massive Amazon reality show. 5 contestants sued, saying the set was unsafe. No food, no water, no medical care. They are still in court fighting to see if claims are true. Then came the Ava Chris Tyson scandal. MrBeast's co-host was accused of messaging a 13-year-old when she was 20. Investigators said it wasn't grooming, but did find workplace harassment. She resigned, apologized for old jokes, and MrBeast distanced himself fast. And that wasn't all. Then, ex-employee Jake Weddle accused him of mental abuse during a 100-day isolation challenge. KSI. Apart from his beef with Logan Paul, as we all know, KSI got himself in trouble again, this time in crypto. In 2024, CoffeeZilla and ZachXBT called him out for what looked like a classic pump and dump. He hyped up coins like XCAD Network and Eternity Chain, then cashed out for a massive payday. He allegedly dumped $850,000 worth of XCAD tokens right after promoting them. Then he pulled another $350,000 from ERN. Basically, he told everyone, "Trust me, bro, you won't lose money," then sold before they could. Some fans believed him, others didn't. CoffeeZilla and ZachXBT weren't buying it, saying intent didn't matter. He still dumped on his audience. Ludwig. In 2022, Ludwig called out Aiden Ross for being a yes man to Andrew Tate's misogynistic fans. Fans split, with some agreeing and others saying Ludwig was just looking for drama. Then in 2023, Ludwig made a bold move. He dropped Feastables, MrBeast's brand, over allegations of bad working conditions and accusations that MrBeast had hired a registered sex offender. Some praised Ludwig's stance, but others thought it was overblown. But in 2024, Ludwig found himself in trouble. His creative agency, Offbrand, mismanaged $3 million. The events division shut down, and Ludwig's reputation took a hit. Jake Paul. In 2017, he was accused of racism after making an insensitive comment about a Kazakhstani man. He said the man sounded like he was going to blow someone up. I wonder how he reached that conclusion. For years later, Justine Paradise said Jake forced her to perform oral sex. Jake denied everything, calling the accusations 100% false and manufactured. But 2020 was even worse. He threw massive parties in the middle of a pandemic, ignoring every COVID rule. Then he made things worse by calling COVID a hoax. When people called him out, he backtracked, saying his words were taken out of context. Then came the FBI raid. In August 2020, federal agents stormed his house after he was caught inside a looted mall during the George Floyd protests. He swore he was just documenting the chaos, but the FBI still seized a pile of firearms from his house. He was hit with trespassing and unlawful assembly charges, though they were later dropped. Andrew Tate. In 2022, Andrew Tate was banned from nearly every major platform. Meta removed him from Facebook and Instagram, TikTok scrubbed his videos, and YouTube shut down his channels, citing violations against their policies on hate speech and misogyny. His comments about women sparked outrage. He claimed they were intrinsically lazy and that they bear responsibility for assault. Critics called his content dangerous, while his supporters argued he was just pushing traditional masculinity. Despite the bans, his influence didn't disappear. His followers kept re-uploading his content, and in late 2022, Elon Musk reinstated his Twitter account. But just weeks later in December, Tate was arrested in Romania on charges of human trafficking and organized crime.